That's PVP. The price go up if it's USD.
Better watch your words, I get you X by the shit you tweet. I told lil' bro if it's personal, he better jump out and do it on feet.
You got something in common with scuba divers.
Are handcuffed, they can't enforce because they're told, and dude, there is
okay, so wasn't even gonna do a check and roll quick, but I'm going through Indio. Never been through Indio. Is this what the fuck Joshua Tree is? All I see is fucking windmills. Do people live out here? Like, I just had to hop in real quick and be like, do people live out here? Alright, so if you know someone who lives in this fucking area, drop a comment or something, because this is... all I see is cactuses and windmills. This is not sexy. Is this what people come to do, like mushrooms and like find themselves? With the windmills? Alright. Also, for anyone wondering, hey, what sparked this move? What made you decide to get the hell out of California? Anyone who knows me knows this has been a long time coming. This is not new. Like, Texas is not a new goal. This has been... probably since I was a kid, I was like, one day I'm going to move to Texas. And a lot of it had to do with the fact that when I was a kid, my grandma moved out there. So I've been going back and forth between California and Texas pretty much all my life. And it's been a, dream of mine. And it sounds crazy to say dream, but it has been, one of my goals, my visions is always, I'm going to get to a place financially where I relocate to be closer to her and, as she gets older, be able to be present. And not only be present in the weekends, the 1 to 2 days I get to fly out there. And I did make it more of a priority to, keep going out there, but just be able to be present and know that I can actually, just drive to her house. And that's been a goal of mine for a long time. And then, my mom ended up relocating there, her family there. So, like, being able to be present with my mom, and she has, really been wanting to take her fitness seriously my entire life, and it's been a really big barrier for my entire life. And that is something that now I get to be a part of. I get to, go over there on Sundays and help my mom meal prep. I get to, bug her to go to the gym, not just via text, but actually, make sure that I can show up and actually make a difference in that way. And also, I get to go fucking isolate and just really lean into what it is, this next chapter for my business, which is really just building the community with my online coaching, really just getting away from everything and just pushing into, leading into content that can help people, pushing into more vlogging and more stuff like this, and just really lean into that. But Texas in itself has always been the plan. This has always been the plan. And of course, when, California started going the way it's going, it made it a little bit more easy to leave, is what I'll say. Not the people by any means, because, like, that's my fucking heart and soul back there that I just left. And that's devastating. Like, when me and Dustin said our goodbyes, it was like, I cried before I even got out of the parking garage. And I texted him, I was like, dude, I'm crying. He's like, I cried in the elevator. Like, we were already, that's fucking hard. But the state itself, just paying that amount to live in a state that I feel like is not reciprocating in the way they take care of their people, that made it a lot easier to leave. So that's been that. And also, like, I get to go give my dog a fucking yard now. I get to, be able to reinvest all the money I'm going to be saving in cost of living into the business, into putting out stuff for you guys. And that is what really made this move happen. I was not anticipating it to just be this fucking, like, I think I set a date not very long ago, and it just, everything kind of fell into place. And it does show you that when you kind of not only ask God for things, but you have to position yourself to receive them, and not just be a person that says, I hope this falls in my lap, but actually aligns yourself, and you emotionally, spiritually, mentally, in every way, and in your effort, align yourself to make it happen. Like, it happens sometimes a lot faster than you think. Like, you'll be the one blocking your own blessings, and all of a sudden, it's just like when you actually align, and God will be like, okay, you're So that's where we're at. We're still driving. I'm only a couple hours in, and I'm gonna actually already have to pee because I have the bladder the size of a fucking kiwi. So we're gonna be stopping soon. We'll let this boy back here stretch his legs a little bit, and that's my road dog. We're right back to it. Going to Walmart, and I don't know what a Walmart out here looks like, so great. As for my day of eating, so far we had breakfast. I did cream of rice. I put in some fiber in there. I put in the micro fiber, which was bomb because it's chocolate flavored. It's almost made like a chocolate hot cereal type thing. I also had a protein shake with that. I did 2 scoops after my workout this morning. So I woke up at the butt crack of dawn after not sleeping because my going away was last night, and did a pre-workout shake. All right, guys, we are on the motherfucking road, on the fucking road. Already this morning was I wanted to wake up and hit the gym. I wanted one last quiet lift before anyone got in the gym. I already did all my goodbyes. I did not want to do anymore. I'm emotionally fucking tapped. So I woke up, I did an hour of cardio, I did a protein shake because we are going to do, I'm going to tell you everything I'm eating today to make sure I'm hitting my shit. So I did a protein shake. Normally pre-workout I do a little bit of carbs. I was like going to do some rice cakes, and I was like, dude, I'm full. Like I feel loaded AF from this dinner last night. I gave myself a free meal. It was my goodbye. Don't give up. Like, still in the reverse diet, but, and me and Esco talked, and I was like, okay, tonight's free meal. So woke up, did a pre-workout shake, and then lifted, had one final lift with Dusty. We got to, do dumbbells and cry together, and then did 2 scoops of my shake post-workout. Do I always do 2 scoops post-workout? No. Did I do it today? Yes. Let me tell you why. Because I know for a fact that getting in my fucking protein today, excuse me, looking at these maps, getting my protein today, and it's going to be, like, all strategic. It's going to be a mission. So, just making sure that that was a priority in the morning. Because if I get a head start on hitting my protein, I can just kind of have all these high protein snacks throughout the day and be good to go. So already by the time I got done with that meal, I was at 22, 44, it's 44 plus 22, 64 grams of protein. And then I also paired that post-workout because I wanted to give myself a little bit of carbs before the drive, paired it with some cream of rice, added in a little bit of microfiber because I just need to make sure I'm back on that because my digestion is not like this free-flowing, all-natural thing that comes easy. It's like if I miss anything, it's not happening. So, cream of rice post-workout, 45 grams. Did 2 scoops post-workout of protein. And then already so far into this drive, it's 11:30, and I just pounded some Quest chips. Okay, we are still pushing. Real quick, stopped in. I had to pee like a mother effer, barely made it. But while we're here, just have the opportunity to fucking get what will be my lunch, which is just 2 sides of steak, all protein. Like I said, not gonna be a super active day, so I'm gonna keep my carbs lower intentionally, and also making sure I'm still getting some of that water weight from last night's meal off. But this is going to be fucking just prime time. Easy to eat on the road, high protein, quick grab, not a problem. That's going to be lunch. And we're just going to fucking keep it moving because I'm not worried about food that much shit. I'm worried about getting this damn drive over. So, kind of got a little piss, and we're right back on the road. Am I making sense to you guys? Alright, what the fuck is up, YouTube? We are, I believe, crossing into Arizona, and it's lunchtime, baby. Which means, look at this, boom. It is time to eat, and not much to check in, but I'll tell you this, guys. There's probably a lot of people right now who think I'm crazy. There's probably a lot of people right now, watch how I eat as if I'm just like, boom, I'm at a fucking Denny's. Yikes. There's a lot of people right now who are like, dude, you have it fucking like the whole setup. You have an employee and fucking house and this thing. You live in California and all that stuff. Do not be afraid to fucking make jumps. If you only ever sit in comfortability, that's as far as you're gonna go. What you did to get where you are is not what you need to do to get where you're going. So, that is my hourly check-in. You are someone who ever is around people when you're gonna go make a big jump and they just tell you all things that go wrong, fucking cut them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. If you are ever someone who tells your dreams or your visions or aspirations, or you're trying to like improve yourself and you're around people who only see the old version of you and remind yourself consistently of who you used to be, fucking cut them. They're toxic. They're fucking, I hate them like the word toxic because they got ruined, but they're fucking cancer, okay? Like if you're like, oh, I'm trying to do this, and they're like, okay, it is them. They're cancer. Get rid of them. Cut them. So that is my update for you. I just spent the last half hour trying to keep this steak up on my dashboard using the sun. So I don't like pulled meat, but that's about as good as it's gonna get because I got the AC going and everything because the doggo. So I was heating it up fucking desert style, baby. Heating it up on that dashboard, but I'm gonna get this fucking gains in no matter what. So I will check in with you for the next meal. Oh my god, there's no way in hell I have to pee again. What the fuck? And I'm getting pulled over. No fuck. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, a little update. Was going about 98 in a 75. Did not realize that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was vibing out and I was in my zone and I was looking at nothing but mountains and was not even looking at my speedometer because all I have pulled up is my mileage to make sure that I'm keeping at least a couple hundred, and that was bad. Luckily for me, I was respectful as fuck, which if you get pulled over by the motherfucking police, be respectful, be nice, be apologetic, don't be a fucking dickhead, don't be like, I was like, bro, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I literally just driving, I have my dog in the back seat, I'm doing like, cross country trip, and he luckily only put that I was going 5 miles over the speed limit. So save your girl a bunch of moolah. Saved your girl possibly, I don't know what going that far over the speed limit is, but your boy helped me out. So a little traffic school to add on to the repertoire that is this road trip. But we are officially in motherfucking Arizona. I haven't gone through Arizona since I did this road trip like 10 years ago. So if you are someone who lives in Arizona, because I'm probably going to start doing this trip, I'm going to fly, but I'm going to have to drive again, drop me some recommendations for food in either Tucson or Phoenix. That is the route in which I take. So if you live in Tucson or Phoenix, go ahead, drop your favorite food recommendations, make it fucking Maco friendly, don't put no fucking bullshit, unless it's really good, in which case I might just make an exception, but doubt it. So go ahead, drop your Tucson and Phoenix, Arizona recommendations in the comments. I just topped off in Phoenix, Arizona. We were about to get back on the road and real quick out of the cooler before we got on the road. Pulled up my Oikos, I don't fucking pronounce that. And my level 1, this will be my next meal. Boom, already off the top, we got 15 grams of protein right here. We got 20 grams right here. This is a little bit more higher carb. Check while I have time. Oh, you fucking suckers. If you're wondering how the drive's going, I was actually like fucking struggling getting through the desert, and I was like, oh my god, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this. And then on top of that, I realized that at some point I've accidentally undownloaded my music, so I had no music, just looking at the same desert backdrop for a fucking, I'd say 2.5 hours, and I was struggling. And then right when I was scared, boom, we popped into Phoenix. There's buildings, it wakes me right up. Oh, we got 24 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein. Get a little bit of carbs in the system, which also will help me wake up. And then boom, some Oikos and handed in a spoon. So we're going back on the road, and I'll see you for the next meal. checking in. If it looks like I am high or my eyes are bloodshot, dude, I am on and off sobbing this entire drive. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited, new beginning. And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm leaving everyone I love, almost. And I'm like, oh god, fuck, this is hard, dude. Like, this is fucking hard. I'll tell you this, when I left Northern California, it was hard to leave my friends. Like, I almost was like, oh my god, I'm emotionally my friends. It was nothing like this. This is like, I feel like my heart is in my butt. This is such a fucking emotional roller coaster. I can't even begin to explain. Like, it's this wave of excitement and like dread, excitement and dread, excitement and dread. And it's so fucking hard, dude, because as excited as I am to start this new chapter, I know it's gonna be great, this and that. And then I think about everyone that is back in Long Beach that I'm not gonna see all the time, that like I've grown up with, and I'm like, oh my god, oh, it's gonna happen again, I'm gonna cry, fuck. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, but just giving you guys an update on where my headspace is at. It's fucking hard, and I have to constantly remind myself, look at now my fucking nose is all clogged, that even though it's hard, and even though this is so fucking sad, it doesn't mean what I'm doing is the wrong thing. It just means it's fucking hard. Just means it's fucking hard, and I have to like be okay with that, constantly remind myself, so I don't turn this motherfucker around and be like, fuck this, and go live on Dustin's couch. So that's where we're at mentally, emotionally. This is a fucking, I don't know, it's crazy. And then like on top of that, like, where the fuck am I right now? I feel like I'm in fucking the gold rush. Like, I'm in a fucking little town that makes no sense, because I just came back to the gold mining era. But long story short, that's where we're at. This is fucking so hard, dude. And if you are back home in Long Beach watching this, I hope you guys are fucking happy knowing that I've been sobbing on and off for 450 miles. And I love you, and I miss you already. And Monday's gonna come around, I'm gonna wake up and be like, oh my god, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go fucking do my cardio in self-made at fucking butt crack of dawn, and I'm not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be Tuesday, I'm not gonna hear fucking Ash screaming walking in, and I'm not gonna see Nat in the butt crack of dawn with me, and it's just all these things, and Dustin, and okay, we're holding it together. We're holding it together because I literally almost had to pull over because I couldn't see, because I was just like ugly crying. That's impossible because I'm sexy, but like, you know what I'm saying. But I can't focus on that because I have to focus on like getting up this fucking hill and going around fucking Grand Canyon's fucking little sister or whatever the fuck I am. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna keep checking in. Just taking it 1 mile at a time. The same way I tell everyone, 1 step at a time, 1 rep at a time. This drive for me, you like that? Emotionally, mentally, is just 1 mile at a time, and just looking forward, not letting myself go back. Amanda, you know, fucking texted me and was like, look forward, beginnings, new beginnings. Like, this is not end. And I have to, she's right, because we're 450 miles in, and I'm like a mess. So, we're still going. Let's go. Talk to you soon. What the fuck is up, guys? Okay, I started eating without you, I'm so sorry. Next meal up, we got some turkey jerky. Okay, 2.5 grams of fat for the whole pack, 13 grams of carbs for the whole pack, and 36 grams of protein. Boom. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Not only am I about to throw in fucking almost 40 grams of protein with 2 grams of fat to my whole day, also something like this is gonna keep me awake, which I love. Still have not stopped for no bullshit. Still have been on track all day, and adding this onto the mix. So I'm gonna fucking slowly nibble this because this will be my last meal on the road. I do have a meal to eat in the hotel when I get a microwave. It's just packed away in the cooler, but that will not be until 10:30. It is 6 p.m. right now, so this will be my 4 4th, 5th meal a day, but it's like meal, it's not your real meal. So I'm just pretty much been eating every 3 hours on the road. I've been driving since this morning. It's now 6 p.m. So not only is it keeping me on my normal every 3 to 4 hour protein intake like schedule, it's also helping me stay awake. So that's where we are. Who knew that it was gonna just be like driving through the same old shit for fucking 20 hours? Everyone knew, but it's okay. It's actually easier for me when I'm in the city. When I'm going to the city, I'm like, dude, I can do this all fucking day. When I'm like looking at the same shit all the time, like putting me in a fucking lull. It makes me like, I'm over it. The county's over it. But you know what helps? This shit. So I will keep you up to date. I'm gonna try not to stop for a while. My back is starting to fucking hurt. My knees are starting to hurt. It's starting to set in on the physical. Mentally, I'm okay, but I can tell my body needs to move pretty soon. So, alright, update. Still no pee from Takani. He's not peed since like 11:30. My poor guy, I think he's just stressed the fuck out. Like, he hates the noise of this gate more than anything, but there's literally nowhere else I can put it. But, like, slid directly on the back seat, so he's stressed. It stresses me out because I hate it, so. I don't know, is that a thing? Like, do dogs stop peeing if they're stressed out? I guess so. Out of the road, trying to be able to sleep in my own bed for the first time in 3 weeks because I shipped my bed a while ago. I've been sleeping on a couch, a comfy couch, I'll give you that, but a couch nonetheless in a while for the last 3 weeks. So the sooner I get out to Dallas, the sooner I get to sleep in my own bed, the sooner Connie gets to see his yard for the first time. Look at that sunset. Can you see that, guys? Oh my fucking lord. How gosh dang. Let me see if I can get you guys a better view. Gosh darn beautiful is that fucking sunset. Holy shit. Just made the whole damn drive worth it. Just kidding. But these are the kind of things where if you're gonna do a long drive, appreciate the fucking moments like this. So just to appreciate the moment like this, I'm gonna get the fuck off this camera and just bask in the sunset and play some fucking sweet music, baby. What the fuck is up, guys? Okay, we are finally here. It is 11:30. We made it to the hotel. I think somehow like 13 hours later, and we're about to get the final meal of the fucking day. Nothing too crazy, just fucking white chicken breast and some veggies and whatever. Keep it simple. The frickin' finally got a hotel that has a microwave, which is crazy that this hotel in the middle of nowhere has a microwave. And my hotel in Vegas did not, and I had to go bug the people at the kids club to microwave my MEGAFIT meal. So, got everything else loaded into the fridge for tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna look pretty similar. I'm gonna obviously be with you guys taking you through that, but a little bit even less carbs because tomorrow I'm not training at all. Today I trained this morning. So, got some yogurts in the fridge. I might get one of those in there. I'm gonna get some rice cakes in, but it's really gonna be like 75 grams of carbs tomorrow. But I'll take you through the whole day tomorrow. Right now, I've been looking forward to this for the last 4 hours, and then I'm freaking gonna shower. Going to try to at least sleep like maybe 5 hours, set an alarm, get right back on the fucking road because then we have like something like eight or so hours. Even Takani is back there getting his fucking meal in. He is stoked to not be in the car. He got to run around the grass outside. As you can see, we finally got a shit and piss out of him because he's finally relaxed. Well, as relaxed as this dog gets if you know him. So it is about time to shut it down. And then tomorrow, final trek, we're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna stay on point with our macros. Talk to you in the morning. Almost forgot to break down the final macros of my day. With this fucking bowl, which is 30 grams of protein, 46 carbs, and 10 grams of fat, which is not shabby for a meal you can take on the road. My final macros for the day were 198 grams of protein, 120 grams of carbs, and only 34.5 grams of fat. Went under my fats, went over my protein, carbs on point. And getting to finish it off with a fucking late night fucking drink that I didn't finish earlier because I was trying to ration my liquids and not pee myself. So, that's a wrap. Tomorrow's macros is gonna be a little bit different, and we're still gonna fucking make it work because we're winners. Look at, there's nothing in my eyes. This is just sleep deprivation and sobbing tears. That's all you have for me right now. See you in the morning. Good morning, and what the fuck is up, guys? Okay, it is 4 a.m., meaning that we didn't sleep in that much. We weren't out here just fucking like having a Nice time at La Quinta. No, we were just here to take a little nap. Connie's out here and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? We're going over, staying, what's going on? So, start the day off. Thank God that I just got enough sleep. I think I kept waking up every hour, and at a certain point, like my mind, I'm like, if I leave now, I'll get there. Just if I leave now. And that's just how my brain works. I'm always like a fucking countdown. I don't know why. For breakfast, let's get to the foods. Let's get to what we're here for. Okay, starting the day off just like yesterday, making sure I load my protein at the beginning of the day, because I know I'm not gonna be able to, sit and eat every 3 to 4 hours per normal and have regular meals. But I still want to load my day. I'm gonna get there at a decent time, but start the day off. Got 2 scoops, packed it. I literally went to say bye to fucking Hasuni, and as I went to say bye, there was one more of these, boom, lemonade flavor, which Lord knew I needed, because I've been having fucking the strawberry whatever for I don't even know how long. So, I'm gonna pound this. Got my creatine already in there. Boom, creatine's on for the day. Today's carbs are lower. I'm gonna have a couple of rice cakes, 2. Just 2. I'm not sitting here doing this the whole fucking drive, because that's how you get yourself in trouble. So I'm gonna put 2, put them away right now. That's breakfast. I'm not gonna have a lot of carbs for the rest of the day. I'll have a little bit of carbs on my drive, because I just want the energy. And then by the time I get there, it's gonna be like just protein veggies for dinner, protein veggies for snack. Non-training days, you don't need as much carbs. I don't need as much carbs today. I'm not going to the gym, I'm not doing much, but I'm really gonna be walking the first half of the day. So I'm only using these carbs for the energy. I do have like 75 for the entire day. So let me get some to get into the drive, and the rest of them I'm gonna sit still. I don't need it. So first meal of the day, going to be 2 scoops here, boom, that's already 44 grams of protein, 2 rice cakes, boom, it's already a 0 fat breakfast, 22 grams of carbs, no fats, and we're good to go. Alright. And if I'm using my fucking Matthew McConaughey voice, it can only mean one thing. We just got into Texas officially. And you're like, damn, no, you're almost there. No, that means I still have 9 hours, because that's how fucking big Texas is. Guys, we're in El Paso. Now, if you don't know anything about El Paso, it means we are damn near the border. So, if you start seeing things scatter behind me, you start seeing like weird action, y'all know, time to make a phone call. It rhymes with spice. Just kidding. Okay, but in all seriousness, when some people are watching this, they might be having this thought of, but no, it's like one road trip. How often are you gonna do this road trip? Just enjoy yourself, get some snacks, like balance, blah blah blah. Listen, my balance was having a going away. My balance is the fact that I know that I'm not going to be able to eat all the whole foods as I want, but I'm just going to do my best. The winning is not necessarily an execution, because all you have to do is try. And yes, if you try your best, most times you can actually get pretty damn close when it comes to the eating, when it comes to this and that. But the separator is not the actual 100% being perfect. The separator is the trying, because most people just don't even fucking try. Most people just don't try, and they will take any excuse to validate their lack of try. They'll say, oh, well, I'm on the road. Oh, well, this is that, and that. And they don't try at all, and then they get their ass kicked by anyone who really just tries 70% or 1%, because most people just don't try. And if you could be someone in this world who just fucking tries, you're gonna beat the majority of people, because we live in a world where most just aren't. So, where I could take the excuse of I'm traveling, this and that, and then use that as a reason to shove shit in my face for 21 hours, who's really gonna benefit from that? What? So I can say I had a reason to eat like shit? So I can say I had a reason? Because people who wanna eat like crap, or people who don't really wanna put in the effort, they're gonna find a reason no matter what. They're gonna find it's a birthday, it was my period, it was I was on the road, I was this and that. They're gonna find a reason no matter what. And the opposite goes for people who want to win. People who want to win are always going to try to find a way to win. So I'm going to do everything I can to say, hey, how can I make today a dub? I'm on the road. How can I make this a dub? This and that. And then be able to just do my fucking best. And I know that by even trying to do my best on a trip like this, I'm beating the majority of people, because most people just look for reasons to indulge in the behaviors they already wanted to do. They look for ways to just excuse behaviors they were going to do it anyways. It was Sunday, it was the Super Bowl, it was this, it was that, it was blah, 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 blah. It's Memorial Day weekend right now. Everyone's going to, oh, yeah, I know I got blacked out and fucking pissed and shit and threw up on myself. It was Memorial Day weekend. What is Memorial Day weekend? Let's talk about that for a second. What is Memorial Day weekend? How are you honoring people? How are you honoring people that came before you? Like, you know what I mean? It's not even really supposed to be a happy day. What everyone do is pull out their fucking barbecue pits and get drunk and be fucking less than what it is to be a fucking high-achieving patriotic motherfucker, and then they're just gonna slap Memorial Day on. That's what most people are gonna do. So it's like, I don't need to be perfect. I need to do my best. I need to try. And I know that in the trying, I'm already going to fucking beat most people, because most people aren't going to do this shit. They're not going to take the time to sit there and say, hey, what snacks can I plan? Let me get those snacks and then try to plan my protein goal ahead to make it up. But they're not going to just try. And like, how much time did that take me to go on Insta fucking Cart, DoorDash? Not much. How much time did it take me to lay in bed and like try to like map out what my day looked like? Not much. Not much. Is it as fun, quote unquote fun, than fucking just going to a gas station and just walking through them like, those barbecue fucking I love food. Internally I'm a fat kid. I'm Lizzo on the inside. Those fucking little swirly Frito barbecue curly my shit. I could have 5 bags empty. Easy. You know what's hard for me? Getting up early and being like, bro, oh man, they got free breakfast. I love a free hotel breakfast. I will fuck up a free hotel. And then I'm like, dude, what are you eating from that breakfast for your macros today? Not much, probably, man. You know what my favorite thing is? A little fucking machine where you press a button and get your pancakes. But you know what I'm saying? And there's times where, like when I was in Ohio, I had a little bit more carbs to play with around that time. And I, got some, what the fuck did I eat? I got some type of pre-workout meal before I would have got lifted in Ohio. But like, things like this, it's like, it's just me here. I'm not going to conference, I'm not going to conventions, I'm not doing that. It's just me and me. So could I find an excuse to eat like crap? I guess. But most people will find a reason anyways. So it's like, if you just be someone who tries, you're going to beat most people. So don't think that you need to be perfect. You need to try. And I promise you're going to see the separator and the distance of you and others get bigger and bigger and bigger, because most people aren't trying at all. So that little rant being said, we are in El Paso, Texas. If you know anything about El Paso, Texas, tell me, because I don't know much. But yeah, the fact that we still have like 9 hours to go and we're in Texas just tells you exactly. And to give you a little like fucking comparison to California, so it's taken me about 10.5 hours to get here into El Paso from Long Beach. I can get from Long Beach to the North Bay, where I'm originally from, in about 6.5, 7 hours if I'm at a good speed, no traffic. So you're saying like that's how long California is, north to south, and you can keep going for a while, for a long time. So this trip is actually, if anything, giving me a lot of insight on just how fucking big California is, dude. I wish they ran that state well. I really do, because I fucking love it. I miss it like a motherfucker. But okay, hopefully I'm just gonna keep trekking. We should only need gas one more time. And then from there, it's sweet shot home, baby. I might let this little pupper back here get his legs moving, and a little, maybe one piss, but I'm living in the liquids, and we're gonna try to get there in the next 8.5 hours. I know I said it's 9.5. I'm trying to get there in the next 8.5 without going too crazy and getting a second ticket because that was not fun. But I love y'all. We are going to keep it pushing. I'll talk to you for the next meal. What the hell is up? Obviously, as you can see, sun is out and it is 7 a.m. and we are already on to meal number 2. So I am on cruise control with this mofo. I'm gonna try and get this yogurt down, not only because it's time to eat, but also I'm hoping this gives me a little bit of energy, wakes me up a little bit. This fucking stretch shit where everything looks the same for 4 hours is ass. So today's snack looks a lot like yesterday's snack. Oikios, however you want to say it, and a level 1 bar. And I'm going to try to savor the level 1 bar a little bit more. And like I said earlier this morning, really just hold on to those carbs because this is like the hardest part. I can drive through city all day, but this part where it's like endless fucking monotony of scenery where it looks like you're just driving the same shit for 4 hours, put you 9 real fast. So about 7 hours, a little under 7 hours out. Got the boy pee, and then we're gonna keep pushing. I think, you know, the next snack's the same as yesterday too. It's gonna be probably some Quest chips, which honestly, I'm just now remembering I actually wanted to have first because I wanted something else like making me move my hand a little bit more, like just keeping me up. But I got about 3 or 4 hours of sleep, so I'm just trying to make sure I crash my energy. And could I have slept longer? Sure. But I was waking up every hour anyways, and I was like, you know what, fuck this. And I have a bad habit of doing that, where like when I can't sleep, I just get up and I feel like energized, and then within the hour I crash. So we are somewhere, I think we are like 45 minutes outside Odessa. If you know about Odessa, Texas, you know that there's fucking nothing there. So probably gonna be a whole lot more of this for a while now until we can hit a major city. I was looking on maps and I'm like, oh dear God, please let there be like a decent city coming up that'll change scenery and wake me up. And we drove through one for about 35 seconds and then we're right back to this. So we're gonna keep trying to go. I'm just trying to fucking bump music and hopefully this helps give me a little better. Let's see if then, oh, do I need to even give you the macros? Come on guys, come on. Alright, this one, remember, 15 grams of protein, 7 carbs, no fat. And then we also have that level 1 bar, 24 grams of carbs, 20 grams of protein, 22 grams of protein, and 9 grams of fat. So same meal as yesterday. The only thing today is, like after this meal, I really am not going to have any more. I'll have some carbs, but it's not going to be much. Right, yesterday I had a little bit more plate. So we're 7 hours to go, and let's keep pushing. And just to follow up, I actually ended up switching from the strawberry smash cake bar for the level 1, which is fire, by the way. They just dropped it. First one, you nailed it. And because actually my fat's been so low and I actually need to save my carbs a little bit, I actually switched to the fucking cookie dough. And the cookie dough one is also fire as fuck. Like, I don't really do a lot of protein bars just because for me, I prefer, like, if I'm gonna have that many calories, because protein bars are meant to be a fucking meal replacement. And if you're like constantly doing protein bars, it's a little snacky snack on top of your actual real meals, and you're confused on why you're not dropping weight the way you should, it's because they're meant to be a fucking meal replacement. Like, this is what I'm doing right now is one of my meals. I'm not just like, oh, this is like in between a meal. This is in between I'm not having meals and snacks and then a protein bar and I'm hungry. Most protein bars are like anywhere between 200 to 400 calories. That's a fucking full-on snack meal. Small meal, big snack. Like, you shouldn't be just like, oh, I eat a protein bar when I'm hungry before my next. Like, don't do that, because you're gonna, like, think about this. How easy would it be for you to be in a 500 calorie deficit, but whenever you're hungry in between your actual eating time, you have 2 protein bars that are each 300 calories. So you just took yourself out of a deficit and you're confused on why you're not losing weight. Is that, like, so I need everyone to understand. If you are having a protein bar, you need to track it and you need to realize that you should, that's it, you're done. And that's one of the reasons I don't recommend eating too many, or one of the reasons I don't eat too many is because they're not always super filling to me. And like, I'm like, oh, now I'm fucked to my next meal. And if you put yourself in that position, you're a lot more likely to go ahead and start snacking or eat something that's off track of your goals, because you're just had something that you swallowed in 30 seconds and now you're not supposed to eat for another 3 to 4 hours. So be careful of those. This is specific for me because I'm on the road, so I kind of have to. But like I said, swapped out the strawberry smash cake flavor because it has like 4 more carbs and like a couple grams less fat. I think 1 less gram of fat, 2 or 3 less grams of fat, which normally, most of the time if I have low fat, I'm looking for the lowest fat option, spare a couple carbs. Today, because my carbs are so low, because it's a travel day, it's a non-training day, I'm still reverse dieting, I was like, wait, actually, fucking give me those 4 grams of carbs back for later. And my fats are so low that I have like 15 grams under from what I'm eating so far today. I'll make it up, but that's my point. And you have to think everything's currency. If I gave you this amount of money, and that was your macros, this amount of, and I want you to get as close as you can, spend all of it, how can you do that? And today I got a ration, $75 worth of carbs. And if I can save 4, I'm gonna switch flavors, because guess what? The cookie dough's fire too. See this boiled poop, but we are in Odessa. And if you want to know how you've made it to Texas, you want to know not only by the clean air smell, but you want to know something, the clear way to see where you are. If you want to know you've made it to Texas, here's how you know. That's how the fuck you know where you're at. Not just the clean air, not just the beautiful smell of freedom, but when gas starts going $2.50, $2, just know you've made it. And that life is good. I'm about to fill up on $25, so we're almost there. Okay, fam, this is my last check-in before we get to the fucking house. So I realized that in my fucking days of driving and just trying to stay awake, I didn't fucking even pop in for my last snack, which was a bag of Quest chips, okay? 5 grams fat, 5 grams carbs, 19 grams of protein, easy peasy, and the munching just fucking was actually perfect. Just wanted to get it, so I could just do this. Wait. So we're about an hour out. What I'm hoping to see, because I want to give you guys a treat. I don't want to just be like, oh, here we are. We're in Texas, baby. And if you are anywhere near Texas, there's some type of billboard. And if you guys know what I'm talking about, you already know what I'm talking about. There's a billboard for a certain, I don't even want to call it a gas station, because a gas station is fucking call it a gas station is disrespect. This is Costco's more fun cousin. This is like Walmart's like the oldest sibling, and Walmart's just like that, right? What are we talking about? What billboard is every 2 miles in any route in Texas going on? Buc-ee's, bitch. Buc-ee's, bitch. Okay, I haven't seen a billboard pop up yet, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to make this fucking 20-hour drive longer than it already has been. But if there's a Buc-ee's, I'm stopping, and I'm bringing you guys in with me, because if you've not experienced the glorious love and heavenly nature that is a Buc-ee's, you've not lived. I had a client who went to Florida, and was like, hey, I went to this place. I can't explain it. There's a fucking chipmunk on the fucking side. It's Buc-ee's. It's like 30, 40 lanes of gas, and then inside is like a fucking Costco with brisket and they make everything there, and they have like their own bakery, they have their own fucking barbecue. It's like on brand. Last time I went, which was about a month or so ago, I was still in that fucking like 3 weeks out in that cut, or 3 weeks before I was done that cut, so I couldn't even eat anything. I still can't, so reverse dieting, and the smell of how good it fucking is in there, between their homemade brisket they're making in-house and their homemade fudge and everything they're making, I literally was like, I'm waiting outside. I told them, guys, I went pissed and I waited outside because I'm like, fuck that. See that? There's an HEB. I'm gonna keep an eye out for the Buc-ee's, but yeah, so that was our last one. We got some fresh chips in. That'll be the last in-car snack meal, whatever the fuck you want to call this small meal squirrel eating I've been doing. Skinny bitch eating. But I got tuna and rice cakes coming, so I'm gonna fuck it up, and then I get to actually have a real meal for dinner. It's not made in a fucking La Quinta microwave. Alright, keep you posted. We're almost there. 1 hour. Hold the heck up real quick. I just realized I did not do the Q&A that I was gonna throw in the end, because I put a Q&A up, and I'm just gonna pick a few, not a lot, because my brain's a fucking rotten potato right now. Pick a couple good ones, and also try to keep an eye on the maps, because I'm not far off. What made you decide to move? I kind of already answered that earlier in the video, but I'll just sum it up. I want to be closer to my family. I want to live in a place where a little bit more values in line. I want a place with lower crime. I want a place that's more affordable. I can reinvest more into my business. All of the above. And Texas has always been the plan. And it, also I'm not super happy with the direction that California is going to right now. So, unfortunately, because I love California, it'll always be my home, but it's not super happy. Will I be training in Dallas? So right now, my 99% of what I'm doing right now, and now 100%, it's going to be online, going to be remote. It's still one-on-one. I'm still, like remote face-to-face calls weekly. I'm still doing super, like, it's not, what I do is not like, here's your plan, good luck. What I do is very much like, me and my clients are very, very in a partnership where we're talking all the time, we're adjusting all the time. Like, it's not, there's no type of casual anything with my coaching. I'm very, very involved with my clients, so that is, check the maps, that is going to continue, and now it's 100%, and now I can give 100% to it, as well as now giving 100% just to building the remote part of my business, and also being able to give more to this type of stuff, more vlogging. I already have content creators that I'm going to be collabing with just this week already. Like, I already have stuff booked this week. I have videographers out here this week, or not just this week, that I've already been working with, that you guys see the content I put out from here, so I'm really excited about that. Is it possible to lose fat without tracking? Is it possible? Absolutely, it's possible. Is it 10 times harder? Again, also, oops, look at that, went over there. Again, also, I think the amount of people I know that could just mindfully eat and hit their protein goal and also stay within their carbs and fats and stay in a deficit, very, very few. And there are people who have been doing it for a very long time. I've been doing this shit. I've been tracking macros for about 6 years now, 5 years. And I'm not talking about being fit. I've been fit for longer. I've been doing macros probably about 4, 5, 6 years. I don't know. I've been 8 hours of sleep in the last 2 days. And I could mindfully maybe into a slight gain, if not maybe main gain, meaning be where I'm at, if not put on a little bit. I'd have a very hard time over a period of time staying in a deficit and continuing to make progress and lose fat if I wasn't tracking. That's me. Like, I could maybe for a short period of time, for example, give you another example. When I was in Vegas, I was able to know, hey dude, I need to be fucking pounding. I was going downstairs to they had a hibachi place, and I was like, white meat chicken, not the dark meat, white meat chicken, no sauce. They're giving me, they tell me, like, oh, it's 4 ounces. Okay, I know I have to do X amount. Like, if it's 4 ounces, I can try. Like, and even then, I was tracking. But like that would be a way that you wanted to really avoid having to use an app and just try to do it yourself. But it's not something I'm going to recommend, because why put guesswork into what could be easily put? How long does it take to put into your phone? And you could be precise. And how many days does Amazon take to bring you a scale? 1, same day, next day, 2 days. So it's like, there makes not a lot of sense for me on why you wouldn't just put in the extra 5 minutes at night while you're in bed and track what you want to eat tomorrow. And even if you stick to it 99%, 95%, you're going to be way better off than if you're just guessing all the time, or if you're just winging all the time, or just quote-unquote eating healthy all the time. Because I posted a video today, it's like this, healthy doesn't necessarily mean you're going to protein. Healthy doesn't necessarily mean you're going to deficit. There's plenty of people who eat healthy all the time and don't lose weight because they're healthy, they're in a surplus, or they're healthy and they're in a maintenance calories, they're not in deficit. So that would be my recommendation, is like, what's measured is managed. Is it possible? Sure. Do I recommend it? Absolutely not, because putting the extra 5-10 minutes a day to track your day's food out, and you are gonna fucking be able to look at it and know every day that you're on track to lose, half a pound, 1 to 2 pounds a week. So that'd be that. Alright, kiddos, we were almost there. Just got off the freeway. About that time. 21 hours plus however many stops made, so it's really been since yesterday at 9 a.m. and it is now 3 p.m. on Saturday. So, do the math. We're pulling it to my new city. Buddy! Kitty!